there she be. Kind of has a Summit looking body. Not exactly like it, but it's pretty close. There's one box. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 boxes to get to that. So yeah, it's zip tied down to the. So let me get something to cut that with. And I will be right back. But that's pretty cool looking. Go ahead and get these wheels out. They're electroplate. I mean, they're nice. I mean, they're big and they're meaty, but yeah, that finish will probably get eaten up pretty quick. There's the transmitter it comes with. Let's see, it's got a bunch of knobs on there. Pretty nice. It's kind of sleek. Not the best looking, but I've seen worse. And let's see if we got this one. Alright, so here is a tool bag and the wheelie bar. Which the wheelie bar definitely needs to go on there. So let's open this up real quick. See what all we got in here. Alright, so got some wheel nuts, tire iron, multi-tool, wheelie bar, extra suspension pieces, the GoPro mount, bag of tools, another wrench, and some shock preload adjusters. So that's what she comes with. Oh, and of course the manual, some stickers, and USB cable there. There's the wheels. I'm gonna slap those on real quick so we can go out and bash. We literally just did like a wheelie, did a straightaway, hit a jump. Completely stripped the spur. I mean, completely. And like you said, like, there'll be a video when I put all this together. You'll see the GoPro video. I mean, it was not a big jump. I was not going fast. It didn't have a huge change of direction. It was just a little, hey, first jump kind of thing. That would be it. Yeehaw. So, as you saw in the previous clips, after about 5 minutes of runtime, the spur gear was completely stripped. And while I wasn't babying it, it was by no means the worst bashing I've given a rig. So there's the spur that it came with. I mean, it ate it up all the way on that first jump. So I went ahead and I bought a replacement, which was pretty cheap. Spur gear and the slipper clutch combo. But after thinking, I was like, well, I'll just run 4S for a little bit. That should, hopefully be fine. Make sure the mesh is set right, yada yada. I was looking around online and I saw that a couple of guys on YouTube had switched over to the Arma Creighton centered diff. So I'm going that route with it. It is going to require a little bit of custom work. The Creighton centered diff is a bit shorter. As you can see, the Thunder Tiger stock diff is pretty long. And for some scale there, it's a good size. And considerably longer than Creighton spur. So the front is actually okay. I need to loosen it back up and actually get the dog bone in there. But the front fits fine. The rear comes up about an inch short though. So, get that on there. Comes up about an inch short. So basically I need to lengthen that. So currently the plan, and I've been practicing over here on this, I picked up a spare shaft or spare dog bone, and I've been practicing brazing the steel tube onto the dog bone. So the plan is to add basically an inch of steel tube, an inch of length using the steel tubing. So I'm going to go probably a ½ inch in, maybe a little bit more on the actual dog bone. So I'll be using 2 to 3 inches of 2 to 3 inches of steel piping. So this pipe is not nearly thick enough. I've got some thicker walled tubing coming in that I'll be using for that. So it was just kind of a little practice run, and it was flowing through. Just kind of want to get the hang of it before I do it on the real one. So, but I picked up a couple spares to practice on. So just hack the bottom, or hack the top off, and next I'm going to hack this to length, cram this in there. Probably practice on one other spare one, not a spare one of these, because these are getting a little more expensive. I'll probably use one of the older, cheaper, smaller dog bones I have from a 1/10, just to get a little more practice doing it. So, anyways, yeah, the Thunder Tiger has not seen much use. I really had high hopes for this one. Everybody rants and raves about the G3, I guess the last generation one. But this one's not working out that way. It was fast though on 6S. I mean, it was definitely faster than the Outcast, but obviously speed doesn't matter if you can't make it more than 5 minutes on a pack. So yeah. Anyways, I really have no idea if this is going to be worth it. If you ask me right now, I would not recommend an MT4-G5. That spur gear and not having a direct metal replacement is kind of a deal killer for me. I definitely would not go out and buy a new one, knowing that it was that fragile. I know plastic spurs can be okay, but this obviously was not, and I don't want to risk it again if they just had the mesh set wrong or something. Not the easiest rig to get into the middle of and to swap that. So in my opinion, skip the MT4-G5 until there is an actual metal spur gear available, no matter how good the suspension is, no matter how good of a stunt truck or how fast it is. If it can't run, it can't run. So skip it for now till there's a metal spur gear. But hopefully I'll have this one up and running in the next probably 2 weeks or so and get it off the bench. It's been sitting here for, I don't know, a good 2 or 3 months while I worked on some other stuff. So needs to go. So look for some updates on that. And again, thanks for watching, and hit that like button if you got anything worthwhile out of it, and hit subscribe if you want to see some more. Thanks everyone.